Welcome back to Flint Creek Transport. My name is Justin. I'm chilling out here Saturday. Just show you guys the trucks real quick. Got most of them parked here. I should say there's 10 of them. And then there's another 5. And then there's some that are scattered about. Some are in the shop. Some are at the plant. But there's another couple trucks around here. This past week, one of our trucks had a mishap. And I want to show you that. And of course, of all trucks that it had to happen to, well, let me show you. That's right, of all trucks, truck 148. Of course, the one with painted fenders, and this deer ran into the side. It didn't do a lot of damage. I want to say they had taken a picture. There was something on the fender, maybe just scuffed some stuff up. Let me show you the fenders we had on here. So we had half fenders on. This is what was on and looked great. Unfortunately, some deer ran into it. And you can't do much about that. No fixing. You know, there's trucks with little quarter fenders on, like any other truck. But actually that morning we had 2 trucks that hit deer. And so we wanted to get them swapped out fairly quickly. These are the fenders we're putting on right now. So we're just putting a quarter fender on for right now. See how this looks. What a mess. Anymore, there's no turning this into the insurance company. And this is what's kind of frustrating with these fenders is, you know, you have painted fenders, and when something like this happens, it's not just a overnight fix. This takes a long time to get, you know, till we get other fenders in, or, you know, and so I figure we're just gonna switch it out to stainless. We could always do some vinyl stripes in it, but this takes a lot of time. You gotta take it to the paint shop and blah, blah, blah. Paint shops are busy. So therefore, it can be a month or 2 process. And in the meantime, you're running around with something that doesn't look good or nothing, or you gotta have something. So that's why I figured we put the other ones on. I think we'll just end up taking these off. What I'd like to put on is a half fender stainless that maybe we can do some vinyl or something like that to match the tanks, because on the tanks in this truck we're painted tanks with stainless bands. What are you giving rides? But I think this was the second time. Actually, I think the other time was it damaged the tank. But it's frustrating when you have painted things that have to get repainted. The other struggle too is trying to match things up. That's always, that can be really tricky, is matching old paint to new paint. And hence the reason why I don't like painted stripes on trucks. Like this truck right here is a vinyl stripe. That way you don't have to mess with paint, because paint fades and trying to match it is a real pain. I will say it looks nicer, but trying to match everything up, it's a struggle. So yeah, I don't know why it had to happen to the nicest fender, but that's the way it seems. Welcome back, guys. Believe it or not, this is November and this weather has been amazing. Just a simply gorgeous day. It's probably 60, 65 degrees. It's perfect when you're sitting out in the stand hunting. It's nice, you're not freezing cold. It's a great time of the year, really. Usually, you know, I think several years ago somebody was posting a picture of snow. I think it was like this day 2 years ago or something. Crazy. But what I want to show you out here, guys, is these trucks. This is the new one that the guys are still doing some work to. It's going to be a little bit before this one gets done, because like I said, a priority is that tank. This is the new glider that we just purchased. Not a ton that needs done, but it's going to take a little bit of time. I'll show you real quick this frame. So if you remember, we just got truck 116 back from the paint shop. That thing got sandblasted and painted. Like I said in that video, it's nicer to do these trucks, or it's better to do these trucks before they get too bad. Well, look at this truck, and this truck is at the point where it really should have it done. You can see the pumpkin here. This is pretty rusty. Not terrible, but I've seen much worse. The frame, same way. It's just starting to pop rust. You know, I obviously saw this. I didn't have to buy this truck, but I saw, you know, hey, I know what it cost me to repaint this frame. You know, another way is looking on the inside. The inside of this frame really doesn't look that bad. And that's always a big concern is, you know, once you pop an inside, the rust is really bad inside and outside. Now you have a weakened frame, but inside of this frame, you know, it still looks pretty solid. It's just the surface on the outside. So again, good time now, probably in the next year or two, we'll try to get this one painted. But it's something that we really fight because of all the salts and stuff that we have here in New York. And it's, you know, I say I don't believe in any like fluid film and oil, you know, oiling the truck and stuff like that. Let me be honest, if there was a constant application of oil on a frame, I could see that potentially it could work. But what happens, these trucks, they run through rain, they run through all kinds of stuff, and that stuff will wear off. You know, you put it on for a little bit, it wears off. I have yet to see somebody take a brand new vehicle from day one and simply wash it every week, and take a vehicle very similar and wash, and instead of washing it every week, put on fluid film or put on, you know, a certain type of oil to see, you know, what happens in 5 years and 10 years or whatever. But I know, you know, washing has worked for me in the past, and that's why I want to get a wash bay built, and you know, so we can wash these trucks more like a 2-bay wash bay instead of just one. So my 2 cents on that. But this glider's got a cat engine. It like everything else is set up really good. It's just it needs a little bit of work. This truck though is what I want to talk about. This is truck 133. I think this is a 1993 Peterbilt 378 short hood. Obviously, this truck came with the Terry Bodine acquisition. This truck is special in the fact that it has this truck hoist, or this trailer hoist. So this thing raises up and can lift a loaded trailer right off the ground. I forget exactly how many ton lift this is, but it's very heavy duty. It's built. And one of the things is we use it. It works great at the plant. When we're loading, and what the guys would do with this is, you know, we do a lot of drop and hook. So they would lift the trailer off the ground, crank up the landing gear, and then set it back down. So instead of cranking a loaded trailer, the landing gear, you just use this to lift it up, take the weight off, and makes it go much easier. One of the big changes in the future is that we no longer will be doing beans in New York because of some changes that they made. They said no more string beans are going to get grown in New York for them. So you could say we kind of lost the contract. We didn't really lose the contract. It's just that that work is not there anymore. So that work is gone. No more drop and hook for us. No more, you know, no more bean hauling. You know, that was a huge part of our summer. And you know, it's a struggle because it was a lot of work that all of a sudden is gone, that we're going to have to fill in with something else. You know, we do a lot of seasonal things, so it's not that we're going to be slow. I think in the summertime is a good, you know, that time period we can easily fill in with other things, but it's definitely a huge blow to us that, you know, we lost all that work. So this truck I don't really have a use for anymore, and it's a truck where it's not really worth us to, you know, completely go through the thing. It has a 4 1/4 cat in it, 10 speed, I think. Probably what's going to happen is I'm going to let this truck go. Not right now, but probably in the springtime, spring, summer next year, this truck is going to have to go because we really won't have any use for it. And you know, like I said, this come as a blow. I was kind of planning trailers, like we're gonna, you know, get more bean trailers and things like that. Well, now all that changed. So it changes some things. Different strategy. I don't need those old walk-in floors. So now it's like, you know what, I can start selling some of those trailers off. I can start, you know, I don't need those. My replacement plan is kind of changing because I was kind of thinking, hey, our old Titan trailers, you know, we're gonna, like, there's one of the Titans, we're gonna start, we're just gonna hang on to them, and as they get older, kind of flip them over to light use or more for bean use. So that changes a lot of things. We're still very blessed to be staying very busy. We still have plenty of work, and I don't know if we'll be able to make up all that revenue in that time frame, but I think overall in the course of a year, switching our strategy a little bit, we can make up most of it. So just different, a lot different. I know there's some of the guys disappointed, and I hate to see any work leave, but at the end of the day, you can't, I can't control what they do. They have many bean plants. They have other plants in other states. So it's sad to see them leave New York State though, or at least the growing operation, because it affects the farmers. It affects not just us, it affects a lot of other people as well. All right, we're gonna shoot inside, and I wanna show you this walk-in floor trailer. Looks like I'm gonna have to keep you guys posted on it. They did find a few more things. When I was here yesterday, they were showing me some stuff. I didn't know if some of these bearings they were gonna have opened up or not. They don't yet, but what I wanna show you is the full-length bearings that go in, and keep you posted, because this is kind of a cool project. Not many times you get to see a trailer like this all ripped apart, all opened up. So some of the things that they're doing to it, and I'll try to have Trevor keep you informed as well, but I think it's kind of interesting. So these are the bearings that came in, and this is the new floor. Just a hint for you guys, or a tip I should say, for you guys that are purchasing walking floor trailers in a high use application or a high wear application. Here's something we order on all of our walk-in floor trailers, on all of our floors, that is an option to come right from factory. This can be done after, but I'll show you what it does. So check this out. See if I can move. Well, I can't, because this box is loaded heavy. So this, let's see if there's, see if I can pull this out. All right, so here's our floor. Every floor has a number. This floor number is a 2190, if I'm correct. 2190 is what I order on all our new stuff. It's pretty much consistent now across the board. And with these floors, you can order a wear plate to put on. And it's, this wear plate is this 16 or 24 inch piece right here. And it's just a, I don't know if you can see the thickness, like maybe 1/4 inch piece that is welded on there. Because what happens, your wear, your load comes across the back of this, and it wears, the further back the trailer goes, the more wear you have, because more products running over it. And then in the back, it seems like right at these edges where the material falls off, you get extra wear, and it tends to wear through right here. So get these wear plates, definitely worth it. And also, if you order them from factory like this, they will weld these wear plates on before they put the seal on. And what happens, you can weld these on after, but a lot of times you end up burning that seal. So the best is you can order it right from factory. You can actually order wear plates in the front and in the back. That way when you flip your floor, you have wear plates as well already on the trailer, or on the floor. 2190 floor with wear plates basically is what this is. So if you're hauling something very abrasive like mulch, or, you know, I would highly recommend getting those wear plates. When you're unloading 3, 4, 5 loads a day, you get a lot of wear, and you're gonna want those wear plates. Definitely key, and definitely getting them from factory. Truck 107 headed in. Let me tell you guys, just another gorgeous day. Beautiful day. I want to show you guys something else here. One of the trucks in the lot had a little issue, so some major repairs coming up. Flip the camera around here, let you guys check out 107. Really? What's up? Fantastic, how are you? Everyone's in the juice line. Now there's two trucks over here. Well, the one I want to show you is this white Kenworth. This is a truck that we bought at auction. No, I did not buy this truck on auction. I bought it it came out west somewhere. Let's see if I can get the year off of it. It is a 1999. This is truck 125. This is the truck that has a C12 in it. It has some issues right now. Let me tell you, a C12 cat is not like a C15. The C12s are not as reliable as the C15s or 15 liters. And, well, we have an issue with this one. And I'm gonna let Trevor get into it, but there's a bad cylinder in this one. And I'm at the point, I know that these C12s are expensive to rebuild. We are not gonna do it here in the shop. I think what I'm gonna do, what I'm tempted to do, is this is a 99 truck, but we don't run it as a pre-ELD truck. And I'm not concerned about ELD as much as I'm concerned about pre-emissions. The emission engine trucks are a pain. Those are the worst. I'm gonna send this truck to the shop. We're gonna see how bad it actually is, what it's gonna cost to get it rebuilt or get it fixed back up, get it running again. But there's gonna be a line, and the line is the other option that we have. Remember those Sterling trucks? I have two Sterlings left with 12.7 Detroits, and they were engines that I bought the truck more for the engine than I did anything. I have them here. The one I already went through, put a bigger turbo on it because they were 12.7s that were turned down. They only have like a 7-speed transmission in them, but they're the one now, well, the one we put in truck 140, I think it is, truck 140, one of the red Peterbilts down there. I think it's about a 2008, 2009 truck. And I think that engine's like an 07. The one that we'll be putting in here is about a 05 to 07, somewhere in that range, 12.7. Pre-emission, not the older one, but it's still, those Detroits are great engines. I have that engine sitting here, and I remember the last time that we rebuilt the C12, it was very expensive. It was like 30 couple thousand. And we did have a little bit of a headache because it wasn't done right. And we had to, this truck was down for a long time. So I'm really tempted, just, you know what, we have filters. We already serviced this one Detroit. I'm just gonna swap it out, swap this engine out and put a newer engine in it. Now, is that legal? Yes, it is, because I'm going up in years. It's legal to do it if you go up in years, but not if you go down in years. Where it becomes illegal is when I take a 2010 or a 15 truck, or especially a new truck. I feel a little bit like kind of what I've been hearing is like if it's a truck with a lot of miles on it, like they don't pick on you as bad, but to take a brand new truck, rip the engine out and put an older engine in is not legal. There's ways around that. I know the guys are doing rebuilt titles and things like that, and I think that is okay, that's legal, and I'm actually going to check into something like that because, you know, even a truck like this one, this is the one that we're going to be selling. This is truck 130. You know, it's a great truck. There's nothing wrong with it really, other than it's an emission engine. That's the frustrating part. They're very, very high maintenance, and it's the first 300, 350, 400,000 miles are usually not that bad, but it's what comes after that is where it can be a real pain, and that's what I don't want to deal with. So that's why I'm kind of sticking with pre-emission. So I have some engines, I have some options to put in this truck, and you know, the C12 harness, you know, I'm gonna have to, you know, it's not like I can just put a 15 liter in here anyway. I'm gonna have to get a new wiring harness and all that anyway, so I might as well just get a Detroit. Put that Detroit in. I have it all ready to go. Simply, the only thing I'm gonna get wrapped up into is labor. So that's probably what's gonna happen with this rig. We won't know for sure till we get up at the shop, they get it torn apart, and we get an idea. Here are these two Sterling trucks. These both have Detroits in them. They were 05, 06, 07 in that range, and 7 speeds. They were rated around 300 horsepower, 330 maybe. And we put bigger, well, the one anyway, we sent to Detroit repair shop. They put a bigger turbo, bumped it up a little bit, you know, around that 470 to 500 horse. So still easy doable in the 12.7s. So those engines have really light use. You get any engine and turn it down to where it only has 300 horse, or you know, that's really rated for 500, but you put a smaller turbo and all that stuff, it's going to last you a long time. The other one that we put in one of our other trucks has been a great engine for us. There's little things that, you know, yeah, maybe an injector O-ring or something minor, but it's fairly cheap. And the other thing too with Detroits is that they're very, very cheap to maintain. And with truck 125, I'm going to have Trevor update you on it. He's going to kind of go through and give his take on the engine. So we'll do that in the next video. Guys, I don't know if you follow my Facebook page or Instagram page, but I put a post out, and you see how this truck has got, it's just a typical Peterbilt hood, right? Well, this is truck 153. This is the one we just got in with that chrome piece. Let's go on this side. Maybe the sun's hitting it. You can see a little bit better, but got that shiny chrome piece in there. And the question is which do you like better? Do you like that little chrome piece in there? Or do you like the standard, you know, regular look? I was offended. I personally like that little piece of chrome in there. And everyone's like, leave the strip out, leave the strip out. I don't like it, I don't like it. Well, guess what? The strip's staying. Sorry, guys. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out, and let me know what you think of the strip.